The attack deals yet another blow to Vladimir Putin's troops as Russia is running out of ammunition. Ukrainian forces triggered an incandescent explosion by striking a stockpile of Russian mines and grad rockets in the east of Ukraine. Footage shows the Ukrainians locating the mines and the ammunition before targeting it. The massive explosion detonates and its sheer power can be heard from miles away. The brazen fire is swiftly followed by a shock wave that burns all the surroundings on its path. A plume of dark smoke can then be seen covering the region and shaping into a cloud-like form. The explosion of ammunition deals yet another blow to Putin forces' capacity to fight in Ukraine. Stockpiles of weapons, ammunition, and heavy ordnance like the cruise missiles that hit Kyiv on Monday are reportedly running low. We know, and Russian commanders on the ground know, that their supplies and munitions are running out, the director of the UK intelligence agency Sir Jeremy Fleming said during an annual lecture at a security think tank. The mobilization of prisoners and inexperienced men in Russia speaks of a desperate situation, he said, adding that President Putin is isolated and making mistakes. Mr. Fleming said, with little effective internal challenge, his decision-making has proved flawed. It's a high-stakes strategy that is leading to strategic errors in judgment. Since last weekend's explosion of the Kerch Bridge in Crimea, Russian forces have targeted Ukraine's critical energy infrastructure in several cities across the country. Around 30% of the infrastructure has been damaged, according to Ukraine's energy minister. The leaders of the G7 on Tuesday condemned Russia's most recent missile attacks on Ukraine in the strongest possible terms, and pledged to stand firmly with Kyiv for as long as it takes. Following a meeting with President Zelensky, the leaders issued a joint statement, saying that indiscriminate attacks on innocent civilian populations constitute a war crime by Russian forces. In renewed calls for help, the Ukrainian president, whose forces are also running out of military equipment, asked G7 leaders to supply more air defense systems. Ukraine's leading international supporters like Joe Biden and Emmanuel Macron have pledged more support, with US President announcing a new $625 million security assistance package and the French leader reaffirming his full support in a phone call with President Zelensky. NATO's Secretary-General Jens Stoltenberg said the military alliance is monitoring Russia's nuclear forces and that any deliberate attack against allies' critical infrastructure would be met with a united and determined response.